If you're on Social Security or disability benefits, you're probably tired of the negative news in the headlines regarding all the changes that are happening in the Social Security Administration. Well, I have some good news. What's been happening is that DOGE and Elon Musk went in there saying that they're going to root out fraud. They made a lot of changes, and those changes are backfiring. Why? Because not only have the changes not worked as intended, but they've had negative consequences that have affected seniors. Some seniors have missed payments, social security checks. Some have had to wait longer times than usual on phones. Some have reported 3-hour hold on the telephone trying to reach the Social Security Administration. And with the office closures that are happening, seniors have struggled to get services at local offices. Well, that is all about to change because the current administrator came in, the new one that was just confirmed by the Senate, and he came in and realized that a lot of these changes that are happening are not working and have actually had negative impact on seniors. And so this Washington Post headline describes exactly what's been happening, how DOGE's grand plan to remake Social Security is backfiring. The agency is abandoning an initiative aimed at preventing fraud, the latest example of failed efforts by Elon Musk's disruptive cost cutting pledge. Now, I want to bring you straight the headlines. I want to bring you the facts. I've done my research. This is not politics. This channel is not about politics. It's about just bringing you the facts and anything in and out of Congress that could impact your benefits. I am Kwame Kwade, an entrepreneur and personal finance expert. I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve for the last 15 years. And I'm also an adjunct professor. I teach finance to graduate students at one of the most prestigious universities in the country. So let's dive in. Let's check out what's been happening at the Social Security Administration, what the new commissioner, who is pictured here, is trying to do to reverse all the damage that has been done and put the Social Security Administration back on track. So, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has pushed aggressive cost cutting and anti fraud measures at the Social Security Administration. These changes are now being reversed or abandoned due to widespread failure and backlash from seniors, advocates, and lawmakers. Over 73 million Americans rely on Social Security, with many low income seniors and people with disability depending on timely payments. But as I mentioned, some of them haven't been able to get their payments because of some of these changes that has caused so much chaos and disruption. The agency faces an unprecedented surge in retirement claims, overwhelming a system already strained by staff cuts and office closures. Now, DOGE slashed 7,000 jobs from the Social Security Administration, closed dozens of field offices, aiming to root out fraud and waste. That is their claim. Instead, these cuts have led to longer wait times, as I mentioned, delayed checks for seniors. Remember, 40% of seniors rely on their Social Security check as their sole source of income, and confusion for many beneficiaries, especially disability beneficiaries, who have now had to wait even longer to get an interview or to get their case looked at. With fewer experienced staff, claims processing has slowed dramatically, and phone and online support are often unavailable or unreliable because Elon came in and put in AI. And I'm going to talk to you about what the AI has done that may surprise you. Administrative costs were already less than 1% of Social Security's budget. So these cuts mainly make it harder for people to access benefits, not actually saving much money. So, failed fraud prevention technology and meltdowns. This is for real. DOGE's new fraud detection system that they put in place for phone claims caused major delays because they said they were trying to prevent fraud, but only found almost no fraud because Elon went out there and said 40% of all calls to the Social Security Administration was fraudulent. That was a startling thing to say without any evidence. So he came in and put in AI and put in a new fraud prevention system, and here's what they found. There were only 2 cases out of 110,000 calls that were close to anything being fraudulent. So if you put that in percentage, 110,000 calls and only 2 cases of potential fraud, you can that is nothing. But the disruption that it caused was immense. The SSA has now scrapped the system due to its ineffectiveness and the chaos it created. The Social Security's website is a vital source for millions who can't visit a local office. It now crashes almost daily due to poorly tested DOGE imposed tech changes. Many seniors and people with disabilities have been locked out of their accounts or received false notices about missing payments. And then there's AI automation. New automated phone systems are confusing users, making it even harder for those with limited tech skills to get the help they need and resolve issues that they have. Think about it. If you've called the Social Security Administration lately or have been on their website and have experienced any of these issues I'm talking about, go into the comment section and let me know, because this is real. I've gotten a lot of emails about people getting hung up on by the Social Security phone system after waiting for 2-3 hours, websites being crashed or locking them out of the system, going into your profile and realizing that things have changed and the information you're seeing is not correct. There's been a lot of craziness that has happened. Seniors report not being able to reach anyone at Social Security Administration, with some fearing their checks will stop. Wait times for disability and retirement claims have soared, and many field offices are nearly empty due to resignation and staff layoffs. Now, forcing online or in-person verification, which is something that they did recently, while ending the phone option, creates huge obstacle for rural residents, those without internet, and people with disabilities. And then disabled and low-income seniors who rely mostly on in-person and phone services because of mobility issues are hardest hit by changes, risk missed payments, hunger, and homelessness because of all this chaos that is happening. The data doesn't back up what DOGE is saying. Only 0.3% of Social Security's payments are improper, and most errors are due to agency mistakes, not fraud by beneficiaries. I've talked about this in previous videos. Instead of targeting real problems, DOGE sweeping changes have created more harm than good, disrupting payments and services for millions. Former SSA officials and advocacy groups warn that these cuts and failed reforms are pushing the system towards collapse, threatening the financial security of families nationwide. So, what can you do? Well, first of all, regularly check your Social Security statement online. Go to the Social Security website, create an account, make sure that you can log in and see your information. If you experience any problems, document them and seek help from advocacy group that can help you, including your local legal aid. And also speak up. A lot of you spoke up recently when they were trying to claim 100% of your Social Security check if you had any Social Security overpayment. And I reported on this, brought you the facts, no politics. A lot of you made a lot of noise, and it looks like representatives in Congress heard all the complaints from seniors about why this is not fair. And I'm not claiming credit for this. I'm just saying I reported it, and a lot of you made noise in addition to other reports that was in the news media. And finally, they backed down. They backed down from 100% to 50% because people made their voices heard. So contact your elected officials to share your experiences and concerns about service delays or missed payments from Social Security. Public pressure has already forced the Social Security Administration to reverse some of DOGE's most harmful changes, and even more pressure is going to cause them to reverse even more of those changes that are not helpful but harmful to seniors. If you are struggling to access your benefits, ask for help from community organizations like the AARP, senior centers, and it's important that you get help, because if you are struggling and you cannot reach the Social Security Administration on the phone, it's not working online for you, and you're struggling to get a hold of somebody in your local office, it's time to get third-party help. There are a lot of senior agencies out there, area agency for aging, senior centers, the AARP, all these advocacy groups are there to point you in the right direction. And of course, contacting your elected officials can be very helpful. There's nothing that gets the Social Security Administration to act very quickly than getting a letter from a lawmaker complaining about something that has happened with one of their constituents. So, those are the options available to you to get ahead of all this. So the bottom line is DOGE's aggressive overhaul of Social Security has led to severe breakdowns, technology failures, and increased hardship for those who need help the most. With the agency overwhelmed and under-resourced, even small mistakes can mean delayed or missed checks, putting food on the table, medicine, and risking housing for millions of seniors. And this is not over. I'm going to keep staying on this. I'm going to bring you the facts, as I said, no politics, just straight facts, so that you can keep updated on what's happening and how you can help change what is happening right now with Social Security so that you can get the best service and that your benefits will be secure and uninterrupted in the future. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're turning 65 and you are thinking about Medicare, but you don't know what to do, or you're currently in Medicare, but you're not happy with your plan, or you think you could be in a better plan, the answer is yes, there is a better plan and I can help you. So you may know or may not know, but there are 24,000 Medicare plans out there, and seniors are supposed to sort through all of them. Sometimes a lot of the Medicare plans are location specific, especially if you need an Advantage plan and you're supposed to figure out which one is right for you, your budget, the medicines you need, the doctor networks you need to be in. It can be overwhelming. That's why 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. Why? Because it's just too much. And the Trump administration just sued a bunch of Medicare advisory companies recently, just a few days ago, because they've been misleading seniors and getting them into the wrong Medicare plan. Well, I have good news. We have partnered with Chapter Medicare, and they are advocates for you. Chapter's whole mission is to make Medicare simple so that you can understand your options, choose the right plan, and then maximize your use of your Medicare. And one of their co founders actually had a personal experience which led him on this mission because he watched his parents struggle trying to sign up for Medicare. They ended up paying hundreds of dollars than they needed to. And he realized what a terrible system this whole thing was and wanted to do something about it. Another co founder has made it his mission to help explain Medicare to seniors so that they can know what they're getting themselves into. He even wrote a book about it. It's not that complicated. Well, he wants to uncomplicate Medicare for you. One of the reasons why we are partnering with them, other than the fact that they are a legit organization and is the first and only organization with access to all 24,000 Medicare plans, they also do not pay their agents to push specific Medicare plans. They are there to advocate for you and not the insurance company. Unlike all the companies that were recently sued by the Trump administrations, these guys are the real deal, and they can save you $1,100 per year. So call them at 539-205-2147. And you're probably thinking, when you call, what are you going to get? Well, here's the thing. You're going to be speaking to a real human. These are some of the agents that you'll be talking to. I pulled directly from their website. And when you call them, they will explain every Medicare option available to you, detailed information about which doctors, specialists, prescription drugs, and hospitals are covered by that plan, and what the copays are, and how the plan compares to traditional Medicare so they can make an informed decision. They are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, A+ rating, lots of 5-star reviews. So call them today. There may be a small window for you to be able to enroll or even switch into a better plan. Go to askchapter.org/insider or call them at 539-205-2147 and they'll help you not only get into the right plan, but save $1,100 on average. So finally, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter, you're missing out. There's so much happening. You may know this year already. We've gone through so many changes with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Congress is now negotiating a bill to cut Medicaid and food stamps. And there's a lot happening. I want to bring it to you, not only on video, but also via email so that you can stay on top of everything that is happening in and out of Congress that can affect your benefits. So go to our YouTube channel up in the description and click on the link and put in your email address and we'll keep you updated, or go to benefitsinsider.co/subscribe and enter your email address and sign up. So until I see you in the next video, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.